Let's step into a realm where every hill holds a secret, where every dense forest conceals an ancient mystery waiting to be unraveled. The air is charged with anticipation as you take that first step onto uncharted soil, and your heart races with the prospect of uncovering hidden quests, rare artifacts, and untold stories that lie just beyond the horizon. In this digital age, the allure of these virtual worlds is as powerful as ever, and our thirst for the thrill of discovery is unquenchable. Whether you're a seasoned explorer or a newcomer to these virtual landscapes, this video promises to reignite your passion for the thrill of discovery. On number 1, we will talk about Subnautica. One of the only open-world video games set underwater, Subnautica initially gives new players a unique and exciting exploring experience. Players must control their oxygen levels and steer clear of Subnautica's most terrifying animals after crashing on an extraterrestrial planet. Players will want to plan out their adventures a little bit more in this game than in others on the list, since things may get pretty perilous. Successful explorers will, however, be quite happy with the mysteries they uncover hidden below. The information that players organically acquire and may subsequently use to future dives is one of the finest benefits of exploration. On number 2 comes Valheim. By its very nature, Valheim is an exploration-focused game, and the fact that the globe is randomly created each launch means that even seasoned players will enjoy using fresh map seeds. When the player is dumped in Midgard, their map is entirely blank and cannot be seen unless they run, sail, or construct a cartography table, which lets them to share their map discoveries with other players. Finding the several biomes inside Valheim, each of which has its own obstacles and eventual rewards, is what makes exploration enjoyable, other than the absence of map markers outside of those that players put themselves. Nothing compares to setting sail with pals and finding the ideal base site with all the necessary biomes nearby and in close proximity. Similar to this, finding new resources will provide players access to new crafting possibilities, and being blind makes this journey much more fun. The attractive visual aesthetic of the game adds to the enjoyment of exploring Valheim. On number 3, we are going to discuss is Outer Wilds. Players should strive to enter Outer Wilds blindly, since organically exploring the game's wide universe and learning all of its mysteries is a reward in and of itself. Players will find themselves in a bizarre solar system that is caught in what seems like an unending time loop and is constantly changing. Players must use their imaginations to solve the puzzles, since the worlds and their mechanics are unlike anything they are used to. Many players wish they could delete their memories and start anew, since the exploration and wonder of the Outer Wilds is so fantastic. The game has an ethereal beauty about it and is highly thought-provoking. On number 4, we have The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Widely regarded as a masterpiece of game design, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild established best practices for how open-world games should handle natural exploration. Breath of the Wild's exploration is so fantastic that it is one of the open-world games that can make anyone's brain shut down while playing. The delight of being allowed to do anything players want and coming onto the rewards when least anticipated are the joys of exploring in Breath of the Wild. Apart from the beauty of Hyrule, which is replete with plateaus and fascinating mountains to climb. Even some gamers would contend that being lost in the mountains was one of their favorite game-related moments. On number 5, we are going to discuss Elden Ring. Game of the Year winner Elden Ring without a doubt, Elden Ring represents unhurried and fruitful exploration at its best. It does this in a variety of ways that all come together to provide one of the finest gaming experiences. Elden Ring's map is first concealed until players discover map pieces, but even with these, they won't get markers for anything until they uncover it. The Golden Path, which leads a succession of sites of grace in the direction of the major bosses, may be used by players wishing to get back on track despite the absence of map markers or overarching goals. This aids exploration in finding a balanced approach. The fact that players can tell there must be a way up merely by looking at the glowing treasure above, even if they have no clue how, is another reason why exploring the Elden Ring seems worthwhile. The world's layout, with surprises hiding everywhere even if they aren't seen from certain perspectives, is Elden Ring's biggest feature when it comes to exploring. There's just too much, and players can always come back in New Game Plus, thus Elden Ring avoids giving players a sense of missing out. On number 6, we have Far Cry 6. The game began off well and lived up to user expectations. Exploring the islands is nice and the visuals are stunning. The Caribbean island is filled with secret caverns and treasure boxes that are just waiting to be discovered. There is a ton of animals to explore and hunt on the island. If players need more time to go around the populated portions of the island, there are lots of rural locations to explore. There are 15 secret locales in Far Cry 6 that vary from a haunting cemetery to allusions to earlier games, in addition to all the hidden caverns and loot. On number 7, we will talk about Minecraft. When it comes to the sheer number of content, no other game can compete with Minecraft. The gaming environment of Minecraft is often considered to be among the most expansive of all open-world games. Over the course of more than a decade, the randomly generated globe in Minecraft has been refined and extended, providing players with a plethora of new reasons to go out and discover it. Players have a wide variety of options available to them thanks to the inclusion of 3 distinct worlds. The first realm, known as the Overworld, is a serene setting that invites exploration due to its abundance of rare plants, beautiful vistas, and quaint communities. The Nether is a location that exudes an evil atmosphere due to its many hostile biomes and creatures. An odd and unpleasant experience lies in store for you at the end, and it takes place in a foreign setting. In Minecraft, there are several dungeon chests that contain items that the player is unable to create himself. On number 8, we will discuss The Witcher 3. The setting of The Witcher 3 is packed with interesting details and begs to be discovered by the player. Everywhere you look, there might be monsters, hidden treasures, or any number of other surprises. When exploring, players will often come across certain places or non-playable characters, NPCs, that will kick off one of the various side quests available in the game. The same supplementary quests have players searching through abandoned buildings and dense forests for various critters and objects. In The Witcher 3, players will spend a significant portion of their time searching through forests and ruins in order to complete various treasure hunt quests. Obtaining gold via exploration may be beneficial for players and provide them the opportunity to strengthen their own weapons. Players need to exercise extreme caution early on in the game since there are a large number of powerful monsters. On number 9, we will talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. The world of Red Dead Redemption 2 is enormous, complex, and rich in diversity. There are a lot of activities in Red Dead Redemption 2 that are linked to exploring. Players are tasked with tracking down and killing a total of 16 legendary animals that are spread out over the terrain. In the course of their hunt for all 16 legendary monsters, players can stumble upon dinosaur bones, one-of-a-kind weapons, or horses to provide a little of variety to their quest. Due to the aesthetics and the arrangement of the map, another activity that is popular among users is sightseeing. This is because there are so many beautiful spots. During the course of their exploration, players may come across strange sights such as a fierce battle taking place between a grizzly bear and a wolf. As you see how people interact in the real world, the vast globe will become a more realistic experience. On number 10, we have Tears of the Kingdom. It is tough to compete with Tears of the Kingdom in this sense due to the fact that exploration is the fundamental component of the game. Exploring the environment is a natural and unobtrusive part of the game that plays an important role in the progression of the story at many pivotal points during the experience. During the course of their exploration, players will come across a plethora of optional quests as well as intriguing locales. In Tears of the Kingdom, there are roughly 900 buried Korok seeds in addition to various other treasures that may be found by individuals who like the challenge of finding concealed items. In contrast to many other games, Tears of the Kingdom gives players complete freedom over the path of character development they choose, as opposed to games that have a tendency to direct players along a certain path. Thank you for joining us on this exciting quest, and we wish you success in all your future gaming endeavors. Happy gaming!